Hello, it's Aaron Chef. In this video I'm gonna show you how to set up the city sample crowd package and use the asset in Atoms. So this package contains different character, male, female, with several variations and some animation. So let's start with the setup. Let's create a new folder. And for this tutorial we'll just set up only the female character. So let's create a new agent type. So first we need to set the skeleton. The crowd character use the MetaHuman based skeleton, so you need to use this skeleton for Atoms, not the ASCII based, but the MetaHuman based skeleton. Okay, now let's set up some variation. Let's set up default variation. So let's use the tall normal body. Then we can take one of the faces. I don't know, for example, the face 3. Let's add some clothes. For example, I don't know, this one, normal. Normal jeans. Some Oxfords. And I think we're just missing the hair. For the hair we're going to be an attachment head, and let's take the head. Character, female, what is next? 03 there. Let's take the card mesh here. Should be fine. So let's save this one. Go to the Atoms assets. And set our female. Let's have a look. Let's select our female. Let's change direction. And let's change the speed of the camera. Okay, so we have our agent type. Now for the animation. For the animation you need to have the proper anim sequence. They are using the MetaHuman skeleton. You can't use directly the one provided from the city sample crowd package, because if you go here on the animation, for example, on the locomotion, female tall normal body, for example, the walk, you see is using the skeleton, the ASCII based skeleton, so you can't use this skeleton directly. You need to retarget to the other skeleton. To do that you need to use the standard retarget workflow for Unreal 5. So it means that you need to go and generate 2 EK rig here already generated. It's actually super simple, so it's probably you need to set up a proper EK rig here. This case just add some chain for the IK, for the base skeleton. Then I have the MetaHuman one. we'll set up the chains there, and then you have the key retarget asset that you use to retarget the animations. So for example, let's take one of the idle. Yes, and see the setup is not proper correctly because the legs is moving, but if you set up correctly, the target should be works fine, and then you can export basically the animation. Let's export to our Atoms assets. Okay, let's save this one. Now let's set up this animation. We need to add Atoms anim user data. Okay. Here you need to set the loop. For now, just we'll take all the frame. Go to loop. The direction is on y-axis, so direction type will be static, direction y. Probably want to override the ground height, and we need to set up the compatible agent type to our female. And that's it. Let's save this one. If you want to just generate a simple state machine, let's create a new state with our clip. Let's save this one, and you can close this one and just set up the st female on the agent type. Let's add a state machine XView, for example, and we have our idle clip here. Let's have a look. And we have our character there. Now let's have a look how to set up the variations. Let me create more agent here. And now let's set up a variation table. And this one is for our female agent type, and let's go to the default one. So this one is default, so if if I want to use that, just go here, set up my female, variation runtime, variation behavior. So actually it doesn't change anything because it's using the same variation. Now we can, I don't know, create a new variation. Oops, and I don't know, change to the Blazor, for example. Save this one, and you can change this one instead of the default. Okay, and now let's try to use the variation builder because probably it's more easy to handle all the geometry here with the crowdseed sample. So let's create the variation builder. And let's add to save for now, and let's add to our variation. Let's call, for example, random, and take the our variation builder. Switch to random. Now there is nothing there. Okay, so now let's build our tree here. Let's go to the character, female, normal weight, meshes. So with the variation builder, basically you can build a randomized piece of object. So its agent is picking a specific branch in this tree. The variation builder uses these 4 nodes that you can use. The group nodes, basically. For example, let's create a group node. Let's call name, and then we can, for example, add some geometry here. If you drag and drop, just generates the mesh node automatically with the correct scatter mesh. Actually, if you drag and drop static mesh, it is going to generate the attachments. And then basically, if you connect to a group node and save, now basically you see now the agent start to use this this geometry. If I want to randomize, for example, you can take those 4 here. Actually, if you drag and drop on a group, it automatically connects. So now if I press save, basically for every agent is using the all the geometry. But if I go on the parent group and I turn on the use weight, then it basically start to randomize. I randomly pick one of the group nodes, start to randomly pick one of the child. You can weight the random, changing the weight on each basically child here. So if I want less of for example, of this one, I can put 30, for example. Let's save. I see, yeah, the percent of this mesh change. So let's build also the graph for the other meshes. So let's connect this one, and let's call this one top body, for example, top or whatever, or top clothes. Now let's call top. You can kind of generate a hierarchy here. For example, you can create new group, and this one will be, for example, your main group. Main. Then I create another group, maybe my clothes. And I can create another group, maybe, I don't know, my shoes. And I think for Oxford, these 2. Can connect this one, and I can randomize, and then I can import the main body here. Actually, let's create a body group. Body. And let's create another group for the faces. And clothes, another group for the bottom. or actually just go pants or wherever, and let's take all our pants here. Actually, I have also this other top. Now let's randomize pants there. The top is already randomized, shoes as well. Okay, we need to set up the faces. So let's go to the faces. Okay, so I have like here actually I want to let's set the face, also the hair in the same group, and then we randomize the top group here. So I have this one, and I have also the hair. Let's take the card mesh. I don't know, lot 3 or lot 4. Or you can use the helmet, it's up to you. And here for the hair you need to attach to the head bone, and then should be all fine. Let's call this one face 1. Face 2. And let's take the hair. Head bones there. And let's take another one, and that's it. If you want, you can add all the other faces. So group face is here, and then here, let's take the hair and the hair here. This one my head, and this one is my face. 3. Let's save. And now I have several variation. Actually, when you randomize, basically you can instead use a specific weight, you can use a metadata. So if you add a metadata here, for example, let's face, for example, face 3, let's call double this one for all at 1, and then if I set this one to face 3, save. Actually, if I set, for example, yeah, if I save this one, let's see, yeah, you see that already, sorry, not 1 but 100, you see that I automatically change. So you can basically control the weights using metadata instead to use the static value here. Last thing that you can randomize metadata. So if, for example, if you want to set specific metadata for some variation, you can do that. For example, I don't know, let's try really quick. Here, let's put another group. And atoms metadata here. Let's go, I don't know, plot color, something like that, so whatever. For example, here it's red, copy and paste, put this one green, and then I put this one blue. I randomize this one. Okay, now I can pass this value to the material. What I need to do basically just go the agent group and per instance metadata. I need to pass this color, and now you need to tweak the material of the clothes if you want to use this color. So if I take, for example, I don't know, let's take actually let me see. Yeah, let's take this one, for example. Let's open the material. Okay, if you go on the main cloth material, there are 3 per instance metadata. Sorry, per instance. Per instance custom data, that you need to replace with the sorry, the agent metadata. Then make float 3. Connect this one. You don't need the interpolator with the agent, the atoms metadata. You need to replace with the 3, or you actually you can use different slots. You can control with different metadata, not just one. And this one, the last one. Okay, for now press save. Okay, and now you see that basically now is each agent using a different color. Obviously you need to tweak the material, the parameter of the material, because otherwise just override completely the color. But in this way you can add more variations. Actually, if you want to randomize this further, instead to have the color metadata in the variation builder, you can just add a new metadata here and have the same name. Cloth color, and here UI vector. Can randomize this one. One, and then if I just go to the variation builder and remove the metadata branch, just disconnect this one. Oops. Save, and now you see you have you have a more random color that you can control with the metadata on the agents. So that's it. Thank you for watching. See you.